All right, trainers, buckle up. We're diving deep into the world of the Pokemon trading card game.
Deeper than just playing it, though.
Oh yeah, way deeper. This is about uncovering the good stuff, the stuff most players don't even realize.
The insights and secrets, you know?
Exactly. And to help us with that, we've got a super cool live stream transcript to dig into.
From the NAV experience.
Yeah, the NAV experience, their streams are awesome.
Super insightful.
Yeah.
And they always bring on interesting guests, too.
Absolutely. So in this deep dive, get ready to uncover some rare cards
Learn some pro-level deck building strategies.
and explore the amazing community behind it all.
It's way bigger than people think.
I know, right? It's incredible. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about how this whole Pokemon TCG thing even became so massive.
Yeah, like how did it go from this simple card game to a global phenomenon?
And it's been going strong for what, like 3 decades now?
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
Seriously. I mean, think about it. Like, when I was a kid, Pokemon cards were everywhere.
Everyone was collecting them, trading them.
Battling.
Exactly. It was huge.
And it's still huge. Like, how does a card game stay relevant for that long?
Right. Well, the NAV experience had some really interesting points about that in their live stream.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, they talked about how the Pokemon Company is really good at adapting and innovating.
Like keeping things fresh.
Yeah, exactly. They're constantly releasing new cards, new sets.
New mechanics.
Yeah, which keeps the game interesting for both new and old players.
I see. But isn't it also about the nostalgia factor, too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, for a lot of us, Pokemon is tied to our childhoods.
Totally. Like, it brings back all those good memories of watching the show, playing the video game.
And, of course, collecting and trading the cards.
Trading. Oh, man. Remember opening booster packs, hoping for that one rare card?
Oh, I totally do. The excitement was unreal.
Especially when you actually pulled it off.
Yeah, I remember finding a holographic Charizard in a pack once.
No way. Seriously?
Seriously, I thought I'd won the lottery. Ha.
I bet. I mean, some of those rare cards can go for crazy amounts of money, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, the NAV experience talked about that first edition Charizard card.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah, it's basically legendary. Apparently, mint condition ones can sell for thousands of dollars.
Thousands? What? Why?
Well, it's a combination of things, really.
Like what?
Scarcity, obviously. Those first edition cards are super rare.
Right, because they didn't print as many back then.
Exactly. And then there's the historical significance, like a piece of Pokemon history.
It's a relic.
Yeah, kind of. And then you have the whole collector demand. Like, people are willing to pay top dollar for those iconic cards.
So it's like an investment almost.
It can be, yeah. Some people treat these cards like stocks or art.
Wow, I had no idea. But I guess it makes sense. People love Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. And that passion definitely drives the value of those rare cards.
But you know what I think is even cooler than the rare card stuff?
What's that?
The community aspect. It's like this whole world of people who just love Pokemon.
Yeah, and they connect through the TCG.
Exactly. Like the NAV Experience live stream really highlighted that with those viewer battles.
Oh, yeah. Those were fun to watch.
So much excitement and strategy. You could just feel the camaraderie between the players.
It didn't matter if they were winning or losing. They were just having a good time.
Exactly. And it made me realize that the Pokemon TCG is about way more than just money.
It's about sharing a passion, making friends.
Yeah, like building a community.
And that's something you don't find in every card game.
Totally. Okay, but speaking of those battles, can we talk about strategy for a second?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like how to build a winning deck.
Yes. Because I've always just kind of thrown whatever cards I like together.
I used to do that too.
But watching those viewer battles on the NAV experience, I realized there's a lot more to it.
Oh, yeah, way more. It's not just about having the strongest Pokemon.
It's about synergy and strategy, right?
Exactly. Like you got to think about type matchups, energy costs.
Anticipating your opponent's moves.
Yeah, it'd be one step ahead.
The expert was saying how important diversifying your energy types is.
Oh, yeah, that's crucial.
Because if you only have one type and your opponent figures that out,
You're toast.
exactly. And they also talked about how crucial support cards are.
Oh, yeah, like Potion and Switch.
Yeah. I never really used those before.
Yeah.
But now I see how they can really disrupt your opponent.
It's all about strategy.
Totally.
No.
But even with all the strategy stuff, it seems like the community is really what makes the Pokemon TCG so special.
Couldn't agree more. There's just something about the people who play this game.
They're so passionate and welcoming,
It's like a big family.
and they're always willing to help each other out.
Like the Knob Experience was saying how there are tons of online resources and communities.
Forums, Discord servers, all that stuff.
Yeah, where people share deck lists, discuss strategies, and just hang out.
It's awesome. And then there are the tournaments too.
Oh, yeah, the competitive scene is huge.
People travel all over the world to compete.
It's amazing to see that level of dedication.
It really is. You know, it's kind of mind-blowing that the Pokemon TCG is the best-selling card game of all time.
I know, right? It just goes to show its enduring appeal.
Totally. But it makes you wonder, like, what is it about this game that makes it so special?
That's a good question. What do you think?
That's tough. I think it's a combination of things.
Like what?
The nostalgia factor, for sure. Like,
Oh, no.
it brings back so many childhood memories.
Yeah, I get.
But it's also the strategic depth. Like, there's always something new to learn, new strategies to discover.
And you can play it casually or competitively.
Exactly. Plus,
Okay.
the community is amazing. Like, it's so welcoming and supportive.
And the Pokemon themselves, they're so iconic and lovable.
Totally. It's hard not to get swept up in the whole Pokemon world.
I think that's what makes it so special. It's more than just a card game, it's an experience.
Beautifully said. So, for all of you listening, I hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore the Pokemon TCG a little further.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a complete newbie, there's always something new to discover.
Check out the NAV Experiences live stream. Do some research online. Maybe even visit a local game store.
You might be surprised at what you find.
And who knows, maybe you'll even uncover your own hidden gem in the world of the Pokemon TCG.
Happy battling.
And good luck catching them all. Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Pokemon TCG Live.
Okay.
You know, that digital version of the Pokemon trading card game. We're going to be using a live stream by the Nav Experience, who's a pretty prominent person in this community, as well as some notes that I took during the stream and about the game mechanics. So
Cool.
yeah, let's jump into it. So what is it about this game that's so captivating?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is this blend of physical and digital collecting.
Okay.
It's really interesting because it's not just about pixels on a screen.
Right.
You can actually take codes from physical Pokemon cards and redeem them in the app.
Oh, wow.
So it adds a tangible element to the online experience. You know, some people love opening those booster packs.
Yeah.
This kind of gives that same feeling.
It's a good extension of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can take your favorite card that you pull from an actual pack, and then you can play it online.
Right.
Okay, so back up a little bit for people who might be new to this whole Pokemon TCG thing. How does it work? Like, what are the basics?
So at its core, it mirrors the physical card game. You build decks, you develop strategies, you battle other players.
All right.
The app has some really good deck building tools for new players and seasoned pros.
Gotcha.
There's a learning curve, of course.
Yeah.
But the app does a good job of kind of helping you along.
So it sounds like you're saying that even someone who has never played the physical card game could jump into the digital version and have a good time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I noticed that was a little different from the physical card game was this community aspect.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like Pokemon TCG Live is not just about battling. It's about connecting with other people too, right?
Yeah, it really thrives on community. And streamers like the Nav Experience really exemplify that.
Okay.
Their stream isn't just about gameplay, it's a gathering place for fans. They use a lot of different interactive elements like chat prompts, trivia questions, even live battles against viewers. It's like a virtual Pokemon League where everyone's welcome.
So how does someone like the Nav Experience keep people coming back for more?
Well, one thing that stood out to me was this message of inclusivity. They repeatedly emphasize that, you know, viewers are always welcome.
That's nice.
And it makes you feel like you belong.
Yeah.
It encourages participation.
Okay, let's talk about the battles now.
Okay.
What kind of matches can players jump into, and what kind of strategies are we talking about here?
So you've got a couple of different options. You've got casual matches for more relaxed play.
Mhm.
And then you have ranked battles, which is where things get a little more serious.
Okay,
You climb the ranks and test your skills against other players at a similar skill level.
gotcha. So there's something for everyone.
Exactly. And you have daily challenges,
Okay.
which kind of give you these unique scenarios and rewards to keep things interesting.
So are there any kind of insider tips that veteran players like to use? Like, are there things that they know that new players might not?
Well, the Nav Experience shared one that I thought was particularly insightful.
Okay.
Pay attention to your opponent's discard pile.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of people just think of it as a graveyard of useless cards,
Yeah.
but it can actually give you a lot of information about their strategy.
Oh, like what?
So, for example, if they're discarding a lot of energy cards,
Uh-huh.
they might be setting up for a powerful attack.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they're discarding cards of a certain type, they might be trying to thin their deck.
To improve their odds.
Exactly.
That's really cool. It's like a whole other layer to the game.
Yeah,
So you're not just focused on your own hand, you're trying to figure out what your opponent is doing.
right. Okay.
Now, I know there's an in-game shop.
Yes.
Can you actually buy and sell cards like you would in the physical game?
You can buy booster packs using in-game currency that you earn from playing,
Okay.
but you can't trade or sell cards for real money.
Okay. But so there's still some kind of inherent value to the cards, even though there's no real world money involved.
Right? Some rare and powerful cards are highly sought after by competitive players.
So why would someone want to hoard all these digital cards if they can't make money off of them?
Well, I think it goes back to that human instinct to collect.
Yeah.
You know, we like owning rare and valuable
It
things.
feels good.
Yeah, and it gives you a certain status within the game.
Makes sense. Plus, those rare cards often have unique abilities that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, that can really change the tide of a battle.
It's like back in the day when everyone wanted that holographic Charizard card.
Right.
You know, it's the same kind of thing. It's like you're a serious collector if you've got those rare cards.
Yeah,
So it's not just about winning, it's about finding those gems and building the ultimate deck.
right.
It's really making me want to jump into the game and start playing.
You should.
But I think we need to take a break,
Mm,
let this all sink in.
sounds good.
We'll be back soon to dive even deeper into the world of Pokemon TCG Live.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're going to keep talking about Pokemon TCG Live, and I'm excited to hear more about all these features in this community that you've been talking about.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about the in-game shop
Right.
and how even though you can't sell the cards for real money, there's still this value attached to them.
Yeah.
What other things make people feel invested in this digital card game?
Well, one thing that really stands out is the level of customization.
Oh,
You can personalize your avatar, your deck boxes, even the game boards.
Oh, cool.
It's like when we used to trade Pokemon cards as kids.
Yeah,
Remember how we'd show off our binders?
totally.
It's kind of like that.
You're bringing back memories.
Yeah, you're creating your own persona within the game.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's not just battling, it's about expressing yourself and connecting with other players.
Exactly.
So are there ways to like actively connect with other people in the game?
Oh, yeah, there are built-in social features.
Like what?
You can add friends, challenge them to matches. You can even watch their games and learn from them.
Oh, wow.
And there's a chat feature, too, so you can talk to other players.
So it's like having a virtual Pokemon club.
Kind of? Yeah,
I bet you could even connect with people who live far away.
absolutely.
That's one of the cool things about online games. You can play with anyone,
Mhm.
anywhere.
Yeah, it breaks down those barriers.
Okay, so let's talk a little more about the value of these digital cards.
Okay.
We know there's no real money trading, but certain cards are still super valuable.
Right.
What makes those cards so special?
Well, rarity and exclusivity play a big role.
Uh-huh.
Just like in real life, owning a rare card gives you status in the community.
So it's like bragging rights.
Yeah, kind of.
But it's not just about showing off, right?
No, those rare cards often come with unique abilities and strategic advantages.
So they can actually help you win battles.
Exactly.
It's like finding that missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, you could say that.
It's almost like a stock market inside the game.
Right. The value of cards fluctuates depending on how rare they are, how effective they are in battle, and how much demand there is.
It's crazy to think that this whole economy exists even though there's no real money involved.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
So we talked about the in-game shop, the value of cards, and the community. But I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Pokemon TCG Live replaced an older online version of the game.
Oh, yeah. Pokemon TCG Online.
Why did they make that switch? What happened?
Well, it was a natural progression.
Okay.
The old platform was starting to show its age.
It's like when you finally upgrade to the latest game console.
Right.
You're a little sad to say goodbye to the old one, but you're also excited for all the new features.
Exactly.
So what were some of the reasons for this upgrade?
Well, Pokemon TCG Live brought a lot of improvements. Enhanced graphics, smoother gameplay, and most importantly, cross-platform compatibility.
Cross-platform compatibility. That's huge.
Yeah, you can switch between your phone and your computer seamlessly.
That's so convenient.
Exactly. It's all about accessibility these days.
But this wasn't just a simple update, right?
Yeah, it was a whole new platform.
So what happened to all the players who had spent time and money building their collections on the old platform?
Well, the developers knew that was a big concern.
Yeah,
So they created a system to transfer some of those cards to the new platform.
that's good. They didn't just leave those players hanging.
Right. And they also added a bunch of new features to entice players to make the switch.
Like what?
Updated card arts, new animations, more streamlined interface, and of course, all those rare and powerful cards.
So it sounds like they found a good balance between honoring the old game and bringing in new exciting elements.
Yeah, they did a great job.
And that actually brings us to the final part of our deep dive.
Cool.
Before we wrap up, though, I'm curious to hear your overall thoughts on this whole transition from Pokemon TCG Online to Pokemon TCG Live.
Well, it's clear that this wasn't just a random change.
Yeah.
It was a deliberate move to improve the player experience and bring the game into the modern era.
It's amazing how they've kept the core elements of the game that we all love.
Right.
The strategy, the community, the thrill of collecting.
And they've added all these new features to make it even better.
It really shows how much they care about the game and the players.
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a quick break and gather our final thoughts.
Sounds good.
We'll be back soon to wrap up our deep dive into the world of Pokemon TCG Live. We're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into Pokemon TCG Live. It's been a fascinating journey exploring the game's mechanics, the community, the transition from its predecessor.
It really has. And now we get to zoom out and think about the bigger picture. What does Pokemon TCG Live tell us about community and the future of gaming?
Yeah, you're right. It's not just about a card game anymore.
Yeah.
So let's start with that transition. We talked about how they made the switch easier for veteran players,
Yeah.
but what was the overall reaction to the new platform?
Well, like with any big change, there was some resistance at first.
Makes sense?
Some players were attached to the old platform. They were used to it.
Yeah. Change can be tough.
And some were worried about losing their collections. But as we said, the developers addressed those concerns.
With the card transfer system and the new features.
Exactly.
So in the long run, has the switch been a good thing?
I think so. The game has brought in new players and kept a lot of the old ones.
That's right.
The graphics, the gameplay, and the cross-platform compatibility have all been well received.
And the community is still thriving.
Yeah, thanks in part to people like the Nav Experience who create these welcoming spaces for players.
It's more than just a visual upgrade, then. It's like a whole new ecosystem.
Exactly. And it shows that the developers are committed to innovation. They really understand what makes this game special.
Yeah, it's cool that they've managed to keep the core elements of the game while also making it fresh and modern.
It's a good reminder that change can be a good thing, even if it's scary at first.
Okay, so let's circle back to something we talked about earlier. Those rare cards that are so valuable, even though you can't trade them for real money, what does that say about the players?
It challenges the idea that value is all about money.
Right.
In Pokemon TCG Live, value comes from rarity, exclusivity, and strategy.
It's like a pure form of collecting. You know, the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of finding something rare.
Exactly. And it shows how important social dynamics are in the community.
How so?
Players want those rare cards not just for the game, but also for the status they bring.
It's like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
So even though it's a digital game, those same real-world collecting principles still apply.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works.
It all comes back to that human desire to own something special, even if it's just digital.
And it shows that digital things can still have meaning and value.
You know, it's not just about pixels on a screen. It's about the emotions, the community, the shared experiences.
That's a great way to put it. I think that's the key takeaway from our deep dive into Pokemon TCG Live. It's more than just a game.
It's a community, a hobby, a way to connect with people.
And it reminds us that the most valuable things in life aren't always about money.
Well said. I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about Pokemon TCG Live.
We've explored the mechanics, the community, the history, the economy.
It's been a wild ride.
But the exploration doesn't have to end here. We encourage everyone to check out Pokemon TCG Live for themselves.
Build your own collection, try out different strategies, and connect with other players.
You never know what you might discover.
Maybe you'll find a new favorite card or a new group of friends.
So until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.
See you on the next deep dive.